Look, moments like this are difficult, right? Everybody sort of goes into business for themselves.
So you see, this is the level of absurdity and bullshit that The Rock has got to deal with. The Rock doesn't know who that guy is, but he knows what he is, and that's a goof, an idiot, another pro wrestling Cody crybaby jack-off idiot who thinks he knows everything but doesn't know shit.
So you want your answer? Biggest WrestleMania of all time, biggest tag match of all time. We accept.
Because you were a mistake.
Rock, break it down for you and how WrestleMania is gonna go. Your son Cody took something from me, and I'm gonna make him pay. I'm gonna make your family pay, and I'm gonna make you pay.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
The Rock has found his way back to the world of professional wrestling. A lot can be said about the guy. At one time, perhaps one of the biggest wrestlers of the 90s and the 2000s, he left the industry in the rear view around 2004. For a long time, he went to great lengths to outrun his involvement in the professional wrestling world. Starring in numerous hits, as well as numerous flops, he became the nicest, TM, guy in all of Hollywood. The man with the $1 million smile, truly living up to that people's champion moniker, very nicely asking the commoners for money.
The people out there who's living paycheck to paycheck, and I get it, and I know what that's like. I've lived paycheck to paycheck. $7, I know what that's like. And when you are living paycheck to paycheck, I don't want to speak for everybody, I'll speak for myself, but I feel it's connected. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, I was easily pissed off and I was frustrated. And the last thing you want to hear when you are living paycheck to paycheck is someone asking you for money, especially when the person asking you for money already has a lot of money. So I get it. I understand.
I am so sorry that you're all poor. This may all sound like I'm trashing the guy, but I think it serves as important context for the ground we're going to be covering today. That being, The Rock has cracked the code, and now he's on the run of a lifetime. Ever since his polarizing return earlier this year, in which grown men seethed, children cried, and marks got on camera and embarrassed themselves. The Rock was faced with a choice. You see, what many people fail to understand is why The Rock's return was at first so heavily rejected. While yes, Cody Rhodes is a very popular wrestler to say the least, and one whose story that many people are invested in, but I think part of what infuriated people was that this is not the first time The Rock has had a public relations blunder, and the manner of which, work or not, that he essentially told Cody Rhodes to shine his shoes and carry his bags, it reeked of a little bit of Hollywood hubris. The Rock's choice boiled down to this: carry on as planned and risk permanently ruining his reputation with the last possible audience that he has any equity with, or fuck it, turn on him. Smartly, he chose the latter. Since the press conference, The Rock has provided constant intrigue, whether it be on or off WWE's broadcast television. His Instagram rants are truly a sight to behold, and definitely a form of cinema in their own right. It's remarkable what good can come from when you just lean into the noise. Niceness really only takes you so far, particularly in the entertainment world. But sometimes, despite your best intentions, people will reject you. In the event that this happens, it becomes your mission. It becomes your prerogative. It becomes your job to make them care. The Rock has smartly rebranded himself into a fusion of everything that has come before. In his new entrance, for example, he takes the electrifying motif and runs to all the way to the end of the field with it. Transforms it into a bit of a reference to Black Adam, which one could read as being a bit of a nod to all the rumor and innuendo about his reported ego amidst the collapse of the DC Extended Universe. I'm still mad at you, Rocky. I wanted the Snyderverse, damn it. I wanted Zack Snyder's universe to continue. You fucked that up. I hate you. He obviously retains the sunglasses, a classic heel maneuver. Respect. But he also brought back the infamous Rock comedy bits. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I'm a Zoomer, and a brain-dead one at that. I was an infant during the Rock's Attitude Era days. Now, I've gone back like a true wrestling scholar and rewatched all of his stuff, but you must keep in mind, my exposure to The Rock was largely in the PG era, and it colors my perspective greatly. And you could tell that even in that run, he was Dwayne The Rock Johnson, playing the role of The Rock rather than being The Rock. And while he did have some great moments in serious promos, serious confrontations, whether it be with John Cena or CM Punk, the comedic timing that defined a lot of what made him appealing in the Attitude Era was largely gone. I don't think as many people chanted Cookie Puss at CM Punk as he expected them to. I know. That is so obscure that I bet you had no memory that segment ever happened until I just mentioned it. Truly the beauty of autism. It's a double-edged sword.
Cookie Puss. Cookie.
But what makes this run different really has become quite clear the last couple of weeks. The March 15th episode of SmackDown, Rock held a rock concert. He was loved by the Memphis crowd and generally started to perform like a bit of a babyface. His lines were sharp, the jokes were landing. Those Rhodes kids are very strange. But underneath it all, there's been an interesting insecurity around The Rock. He's shaken. He laughs when others laugh at his jokes. He appears wounded. This insecurity is what defines The Rock's current incarnation. From threatening Seth Rollins' job to the interesting rumors about a real-life power struggle with Triple H. A lot is on the line here for Rocky. And so, from this cocoon of insecurity, we see the final boss emerge. He launched into a scathing, uncomfortable, coping and seething personal screed against Cody's mother. It was a different Rock. You see, it started out conventional enough. You know, Cody's emotional promo on Raw was ripe pickings for some Rock jokes. Funny voices. Mommy! Yada, yada, yada. But this wasn't a Billy Gunn situation. Sure, he did the voices, but he got uncomfortably serious. It's clear that this character of The Rock despises Cody, but hatred is an emotion. It's investment. He cares. He cares because in Cody, he sees the people. The people that told him no. The people's champion was rejected by the people, and it burned down his mind. And now, the final boss is the phoenix that has risen from the ashes. It's good stuff, man. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of directions that this character can go. Say Cody does defeat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Say he does finish the story. That what's next question that has plagued Cody Rhodes is solved. That's a sentiment I see surrounding Cody. What happens when he finishes his story? People will get tired of him. Not if this guy is who he's dealing with every week. Imagine the people's GM. Say he kicks Adam Pearce out of power after WrestleMania. The Rock doesn't have to wrestle once this year past night one. Cody's a babyface. He doesn't have to hold the championship as long as Roman. Many babyfaces hot potato the title constantly. Have Rock cut deals with heel wrestlers, right? Cut Cody off at the balls. Become absolutely obsessed with screwing over Cody Rhodes at any given moment. You create sympathy that way. Drew McIntyre, Gunther, turn Randy Orton again. You know he wants to. And maybe bring in MJF if he's available. Also, this direction is how you can set up Rock versus Roman next year. Rock won't accept Roman losing. Are you kidding me? You really think The Rock would accept the Tribal Chief losing, especially after he endorsed him live, cucked himself to Roman on SmackDown? No. Dwayne would make Evolution look bitch league. A months-long absence for Roman afterwards. Where is the Chief? Everyone would ask. And when Roman would eventually return, God, he'd be so over as the guy trying to take down the final boss. The Bloodline definitely portrayed Roman as a bully, but notice what underlied all of what he was doing. Family. We've seen Roman abuse Jay, Jimmy, and Solo. But we've also seen real human moments that show the love of family. Despite the awful treatment he would give to them, he still loved them. And imagine if The Rock, an already pretty disconnected figure of that family, at least in the public eye, stole the Bloodline and turned it into a corporate mafia, a soulless corporate entity teaming with non-family members and heels, all to screw over one guy that bruised The Rock's ego. And imagine Roman, humbled, having to approach his cousins and attempt to redeem them, having seen the error of his ways. Dimes would rain from the sky. Whether it was a work, shoot, or pivot, I'm thinking it worked out. The question is, how would you, Kino crew, book the final boss going forward? Pitch me your ideas. Let's hear every single one. Just whatever you do, whatever you pitch, keep it Kino. Because life is cinema. If you